Hello everybody and welcome back to another commentary here on the channel. Today we're doing something a little bit different. We're doing Beam Monster Jam right now. Very excited to be having a Beam Monster Jam commentary because guess what? It has been a while since we've done anything on BeamNG and I am very excited to be here. And if you couldn't tell by the title, this is the official beginning of a Beam Monster Jam world that I'm creating with Stadium and Arena series. It all starts today. This is the beginning of Season 1 of Who's Ready for Beam Monster Jam. I am very excited to be doing this. We've got 2 Stadium series and 2 Arena series. There will be 12 trucks per Stadium series and 8 trucks per Arena series. And at the end of each season, there will be a World Finals. The first World Finals will have 16 trucks. The top 16 trucks will be in the World Finals. So let's take you to BeamNG right here as we have got ourselves loaded in and ready to go. And let's meet the trucks that are going to be competing here on this series, Stadium Series 1. We started off with the Beam Monsters truck, then we've got the Lucas Stabilizer, followed up by Uproar, the Texas Stomper, Avenger, Shaker, Monster Energy, Sparkle Smash, Vendetta, Classroom Crusher, Megalodon, and Gravedigger. Now, this series is very stacked, a great lineup, and obviously everyone's going to be wondering, well, how will the 16 trucks for the World Finals be chosen? Well, obviously, winning your series will help you get there, but I'm doing things a little bit differently than how you will usually see at Monster Jam. My whole goal is to make things more points based. It is going to be based strictly off of how you perform. So, what that means is if you go out there and are able to complete every event, do well, you can make it to the World Finals by simply placing in a certain spot. So the top 6 of both Stadium Series out of 12 will be in the World Finals, and the top 4 of the Arena Series will be put in to the World Finals. That is how that will be decided. Now, I've also got a couple other things that are in there for the Stadium and Arena Series as well. So there's got to be new trucks every season. How are we going to decide that? The bottom 2 trucks of each series at the stadium level are sent out entirely. They're gone. Get rid of it. They're out. If you can't be in the top 10 at the stadiums, you're done. So those 2 spots will be replaced. The 8 and 9 spots in stadiums will be sent down to arenas. And then if you are in the 7th spot, or I should say the 7th and 8th spot, it's the 9 and 10 that gets sent down, then you're safe. You're going to stay at the stadiums for the next season. You basically just competed for no reason because you didn't make it to the World Finals. You didn't get sent down. The arenas, with there being 8 trucks, the top 4 arena drivers are getting into the World Finals, and the bottom 4 are gone entirely. We are totally taking out the bottom 4. Nothing's changing. I might change that up a little bit and decide to do the bottom 2. It depends. Depending on how the season goes, I've kind of gone back and forth between getting rid of the bottom 2 and the bottom 4. But regardless, the 2 from the stadiums that are getting demoted will then be sent down, and then we'll have the new trucks coming in as well. And also, if you place in the top 4 in the arenas and get to the World Finals, 2 of them will get bumped up to the stadium level as well. So I'm going to finalize all this as we go throughout the season, but I have it all in my head as to how I want things to work. But very happy to have all of you here for the very first stop. Let's take a look at some of the live chat. Very fun. So we are here today in Anaheim. I should probably put that in the title of the video. That would be kind of smart of me. But I didn't do that. So we're going to do that really quickly. You're going to get my face here, and then we are going to... I'm just going to make this name change for the video. Anaheim 2025, because that is what we are looking at right now. So let's go back to the game and let's get ourselves going, shall we? Because there is a whole lot to get through, and I'm very excited to be going through this entire field of trucks. We're going to be doing a regular Monster Jam event with racing, 2-wheel skills, and freestyle, and you viewers are going to help determine the winners, as I have done in the past. The winners will be based off of the fan voting. The fans are going to vote for 2-wheel skills and freestyle in the comments, and then once you the scores are going to be tallied, not precisely. I'm going to kind of base my score off of your scores, and that's how the scoring is going to be determined. So you guys are playing a very big part in how these series are going to be determined. So I'm very, very excited for you guys to be here. Crazy Fist with a stellar line there. Great news for unemployed people like me. That's very funny. Monster 17 Productions, one of the OG members of the house. Team Connor No Limits. Got a lot of members that are here, so very cool to have you guys. You guys should have like special emojis you can chat, by the way. Take advantage of that, all right? That's part of your $2 a month that you're paying for. Send some of that stuff in the chat. Because yeah, I've got a whole bunch of stuff here. I'll send all 4 of them at once. Those are your member chats, all right? Use them. You got them, so use them. So we're gonna be starting things off with our very first truck. This is very loud. Let me turn that down a little bit. Let me know how the volume is for you guys. I want to make sure that it is good. Cool, man. I did see you. I can't name everybody that's here. All right. Let me make sure if I can hear the truck and how loud it sounds. Okay, I think I adjusted it to a pretty good level. So, truck number 1, I'm just kind of making sure everything's all set and ready to go before we hit the track. Yeah, all right, good. That sounds great to me. That is very happy. Thank you, everybody. You're all being very nice already. We're not even getting going here, so this is awesome. So for racing, you guys are not going to be doing anything but watching. I'm going to be keeping track on my timer on my phone. We got the stopwatch right here, if you can see it. I am going to be using my controller because I am a controller player, and I've already backed into the wall and stalled. Great. You know, I never said that I was smart, so... The Beam Monsters truck getting himself lined up for our very first race of points series competition. And obviously every competition matters. I'm going to be doing 4 stops per series. 4. So you've got to get in and out really quickly, and you've got to do a really good job. You've got to be able to impress. Why are the trucks shutting off? Why is this truck shutting off? Whatever. I guess we got to kind of keep it rolling pretty quickly here. So this is standard, the Stadium Series, and we are off with our first race of this series. It's the standard Stadium Series racing track. No step up. I have not done any practice either, so kind of going to hurt the drivers that are on the front end here because I have not practiced on this track at all, and I also admittedly have not played this game in a while. And that is the end of the time for the Beam Monsters truck. Well, you know, we got the first run out of the way. Awesome. Let's write that in there. So, Beam Monsters gets a 24.14. Not a great time, admittedly. Could have been a lot better. Hopefully he'll be able to figure things out a little bit more. Yes, the Beam Monster truck is running on a CRC. I'm very glad. I'm glad that you noticed that. I have to turn my game volume down because it is really, really loud in my ears. Actually, different idea. I'll just turn my microphone sound down, and that works for me. So that'll bring us to our next truck, which will be the Lucas Stabilizer. I've got to get my way over there. I like this way of doing things a little bit better because it's easier than trying to sort out what truck is where. Obviously, bear with me with some of these, minor flaws and things taking time. It's the first event I've ever done like this, so I am getting used to it, and again, I really have not been playing this game very much, but I saw someone say in the comments this is great for off-season content. That's one of the main reasons why I'm doing it, because this is going to help fill the off-season very nicely, giving me something to do, and I've also always wanted to do something like this. So Stabilizer is ready. I don't have my timer ready. Come on now. Stabilizer is ready to go, and the time is off. Let's see if Stabilizer can have a better pass than the Beam Monsters truck did. Getting a little laggy out here. I might start deleting some of the trucks after their runs. stabilizer might be just a little laggy out of all the trucks anyway. Pretty good, but going deep into the final turn, that's going to slow her down a lot. Oh, she had such a good pass, but that speed just killed her. And that's going to hurt her a lot. Of 28.45. Again, your time really matters very heavily. You can't be affording to lose any seconds out here because you really... These points are so crucial. Any single competition you can lose. You don't want to be doing that. You really don't. So let's take this truck out entirely. Just going to start deleting some of them here just simply because I don't really feel like watching it lag. Oh, great. It put me over here. That's not what I wanted. I gotta... Oh. Why did it put me... Why did it do that? That was... Come on, get out of the dirt. Get out of the dirt. Does anyone know how to switch to other trucks? It's gotten me stuck. You've got to be kidding me. Can I go to my other vehicles, please? Alright. I'm just going to be smart. We're going to just drive over there. Okay? We're just going to drive. I don't know why it decided to do that, but it did. And, oh my goodness, I can't stand automatic transmissions in this game. Stop. Thank you. Again, we're moving. That didn't work. Tab. Thanks, Who Man. You're the GOAT. I can't. I did all that. I did all that. It did nothing. Who Man's the GOAT. Who Man is the GOAT. It did it again. That's so funny. Classic BeamNG moment, honestly. It's so facts, man. It's crazy. All right. Now that that's taken care of, I've got to write down my number for stabilizer. So stabilizer will sit in second place right now. Not a good time at a 28.45. She's going to have to hope that she can put out a better rest of the event. You really can't afford to be falling behind early. Ooh, look, there's backfires coming out of the Uproar truck. That's the second time I backed into the wall. No big deal. So Uproar, very, one of those trucks that I wasn't too sure about adding in here, but I was excited to, because I really love the way this truck looks. And Season 1, you know, I didn't want to just have everyone's favorites. I wanted to have some of mine in there, too. And so we are ready to rumble with Uproar. The track is clear. We are going green for John Zimmer's Uproar. It's a tight track. You've got to be able to maneuver this track very well. And another truck going really deep into the final corner. He manages to get through it pretty well, and he will cross the line as your new leader. He walks away with a 21.79, 3 seconds faster than the last truck out. So that's a pretty impressive number out of the Uproar truck. I gotta say, he is going to find himself in a good spot for the rest of the night after that competition. Let me write that down here with the 21.79. And Uproar doing a really good job in the racing competition. Very, very important that you start strong because every point matters very, very heavily. There we go. We go to the Texas Stomper next, as he is ready to rumble. This is another one of those weird trucks that I was like, you know what? We'll do something. We'll do something good here. He is not wanting to start. There we go. He was having a tough time getting turned on. Texas Stomper coming out second here today, or fourth here today. What am I talking about? And he is ready and set. Let's go green. Texas Stomper. Let's see how he does. I feel like this gray lane is a little bit easier to maneuver through. I've been having an easier time handling it. We saw Cynthia Gautier's stabilizer have a real tough time in this final corner. Let's see how the Texas Stomper handles it. Much smoother, much better. Close at the line, and he gets a 22.67. Another very good time out there. And that is going to allow him a chance at second place right now. And again, every point so crucial in a truck like the Texas Stomper. Not a favorite going into this season, but has a chance at getting his way not only to the World Finals, but staying alive into next season. That's the really important part. I mean, not only are you trying to win a series, but you're trying to make it to the World Finals, and you're also trying to stay alive. You need to be able to move your way on into Season 2. Hey, look at you guys using your comments. Awesome. Racing will be very, very close. And yes, Monster Jam Skelly, I am driving. That is me. I am in the driver's seat right now as we're ready for our 5th truck in the racing competition. This is Avenger. Couldn't have a Beam Monster Jam season without having Avenger in there. I mean, come on now. I had to. Such a classic. It's a classic truck. Really, bro? Now that's a BeamNG moment if I've ever seen one. Get up the hill. Like, what are you doing? Alright, Jim Kohler looks ready to go. And he is off. Oh, he got a very poor bounce off of that tabletop. Not great, and it sent him really far to the side. Trying to make up some of that ground in the straightaway towards the final turn. Hooks that turn very nicely around the final turn across the line. It's close, but it's a 22.17. That puts Avenger in second place right now. He handled that track very smoothly. Seems like a lot of these drivers are getting more used to the track as we go along, and that is a really important thing. As Avenger gets a little too close to Shaker there, we're just gonna pull him over here. I can't be bothered. So, very solid at 22.17, slotting him into second place. We'll see if Shaker can top your leader. 21.79 is your current leader with Uproar. Thoughts on the IRL World Finals lineup? Brief thoughts that I have. Not a huge fan. Thrilled that Michael Pagliarulo's there. He deserves to be there. I'm going to do a full video breaking it down in a week or so. So that will be that'll be there. Don't you start in the middle? No, you do not. You start on the tabletops. Haven't you watched the series? Alright, Shaker coming out next. Let's see what he could do. Track is clear, he is off and running. Shaker, always been a very good racing truck. Having a tough time keeping those turns tight, but we'll see if he can nail the final turn a little bit better. This final turn in this side seems to be a little bit more slick. Seeing quite a few drivers have some trouble over there. Shaker puts up a 22.35, which is good enough for third right now. So, good pass, but it could have been a lot better for Shaker. I was expecting a little bit more out of him. And that is going to end off his racing competition. Shaker 22.35 will bring up Monster Energy. Monster Energy is going to have to try and top that 21.79, still holding up there with Uproar. Monster Energy is your 7th truck out. We're already, ooh, I knocked my thing over. We're already more than halfway done in this competition, which is pretty impressive, all things considered. Trying to get through this as quickly as I can. Trying to keep show flow up, you know, I'm doing whatever. So Monster Energy, I wanted to make sure it was this Monster Energy because I love this truck. He is ready and he is off. Let's see if Monster Energy was going to be a real threat in my eyes on this series. Put up a good racing pass. You've got to be good from the very first competition of this season if you want to win this series. That's why Stabilizer's been put in a pretty rough spot. Oh no, Monster Energy really deep. Can he make it up over the final jump? I mean, he was pretty fast, but a 22.73. Oh no! Alright. Keeps it on all fours. Could have been way worse. So 22.53, or 73, sorry. That is going to put him below the Texas Stomper right now. Not the best of times. You're going to have to really keep it in that lower 22s. 22.73 out of Monster Energy puts him in 5th place. Right above the Beam Monsters truck. That last turn killed him there. He could not afford to be doing that. And unfortunately for him, that was a real hindrance on his performance. So next up's the Sparkle Smash. I wanted to throw Sparkle Smash in there Season 1. It's a new truck in Monster Jam this year. I wanted to get all the trucks that were kind of newer in Monster Jam out there. So you'll meet the rest of the series, obviously, as we go along. And we're ready for Sparkle Smash. Whoop, we got a red light there. Just the light went green and stopped. Now we are good to go. I didn't hit start on my stopwatch, unfortunately. Sparkle Smash have pretty good pass right now. This final turn's been a killer, though. That was a pretty good pass. Let's see how the time is. It's a 22.31, right around that hot zone for the rest of the drivers. 22.3 run will put her in 3rd. That's a pretty good time from Sparkle Smash. I was not expecting this truck to be a real threat, but if she can come out here and be strong from the get-go, that's pretty impressive. 22.3 run beats out Shaker by 0.04 of a point. So very, very close competition with just 4 trucks to go. That'll bring up Vendetta. Mike Christensen's Vendetta. This is the only Vendetta in BeamNG. The only one. But I love the way this truck looks, so I had to do it. He's having a tough time getting staged there. There you go, Mike. We are ready, and he is off. His clock has started. Let's see if Mike Christensen can handle this track. It's a tough track to maneuver. This is going to be one of the harder tracks that these drivers have to race on. We will not be running the same track every week. Oh my, he gets caught up on that starting ramp, and that's going to slow him down a lot. Mike Christensen definitely not looking forward to driving anymore on this track. He gets a 23.49, made up for that tough turn pretty well. But this track is a killer. Again, some of those tracks are going to be a little bit easier. This one requires a lot of turning, and personally, I'm not a very good racer in this game, so that didn't help. But Mike Christensen, pretty good at 23.49. Not the worst we have seen today, but again, you got to keep in mind the drivers that are going to be safe at the stadium level are drivers 1 through 8. So you really want to be looking to be in the top 8 of every competition. Once you get below that, those 9 and 10 are getting sent down, and 11 and 12 are being sent off entirely into the oblivion. So you don't want to be in the bottom 2, and you really don't want to be in the bottom 4 at all. So Mike Christensen's right now got himself in the bottom 3. He's kept himself out of the arena territory for now, which will bring out the Classroom Crusher, a truck I'm very excited to be using on this series. One of the new Beam Monster packs, and it's a very pretty truck. I was going to do everything I can to try and get a Classroom Crusher in the Season 1, and I did. So he is ready, and oh, again, I didn't hit the button. I've got such big fingers and it didn't work. There we go. He is off. We'll see how this new, smaller scaled chassis handles the track. I mean, it's a much more realistic feeling truck. He already is having a very good pass right now into the final turn. Handling it well. Classroom Crusher across the line. 21.86. Not enough for first uproar. Still there with a 21.79, but Classroom Crusher with a second place spot right now. That was a really good pass. Obviously, that truck is going to run a little bit differently. It's a totally different design of a chassis, so I'm intrigued to see how he handles it. Obviously, in the future, it'd be great if we can get every truck on that chassis, but that's just not quite possible at the moment for Season 1. And that's okay. We have our next truck coming out will be Megalodon, our second to last competitor here today. Always love the Megalodon truck. It's a fan favorite. We had to throw it in the Season 1, and I wanted to put it on the stadiums because everybody loves a Megalodon. Now, the good thing is about being a stadium driver, your likelihood of staying on for Season 2 and or just the next season in general is a lot higher than those who are on the arena. So I wanted to keep the trucks that I wanted to see around a little bit longer up there at the stadium level. He is ready to go. He is going. Bit of a tough start right now for Megalodon. Kind of shark finning his way through it, but he's keeping it nice and tight. Going into that final turn very tightly too, but it sends him a little far out in the end. It's going to be close. Megalodon, a 21.83. That is second place. Nobody's able to take down Uproar yet, though. The 21.79 will last for another truck, which is incredibly impressive, if I do say so myself. I'm going to take a second to look at some of the comments here. Actually, you know what? No, we're going to get through Gravedigger. I want to move into the next competition. All right. Your next and last truck. This is Gravedigger, the truck everybody knows, everybody loves. I didn't write in my Megalodon number. Let me do that. He got a 21.83. That puts him firmly in second place. Your leader still Uproar with a 21.79. Gravedigger's going to have to put out an incredible pass out here if he wants to walk away with a win. And you've got to really be shooting for some of those higher 21s, lower 22s. He is ready. He's got the green. Gravedigger trying to win it here in Anaheim. Can he get it done? Little trouble through that middle section. That's going to cost him some critical seconds. Let's see how he handles the final turn. Another driver going a little too wide, going way too wide. Gravedigger, major problems. Can he make up the ground in the end? It's a 23.08. That is going to put him in the bottom 4. So Gravedigger with one of the worst times of the night. He just went a little too deep there, and he could not do that. That was not the strategy, and a 23.08 is not good for Gravedigger. Puts him in 9th. So that's only going to get him 4 points on the overall event championship right now. So that means that your winner in this competition is not on the track anymore. It is Uproar. So he grabs the first 12 points of the season. That's going to help him out a lot. I got to start writing in these points here, as we've got Stabilizer with 1 all the way at the bottom. While I do that, you guys, if you got some questions, ask them in the comments. I'm going to be looking at them here in a moment. John Zimmer was a pretty good racer. I wouldn't say Gravedigger's done for already. He can have a really damn good event. This is BeamNG Jam. It's all based off of my talent, so it's quite possible he goes out there, wins the next 2 competitions, and everyone else sucks. It's very possible. Got to do my math here. So let me ask you guys, it's going to take me more time during the event and more dead time during the event to tally up all the scores for overall points. So would you guys rather me not worry about the overall points during the event and do it after the fact when I'm not live, and then next event announce the overall event standings and the winner? Or do you want to know who the overall event champion is, so I have to keep up with it and take some more time? Let me know in the comments, because that's pretty important. I will keep doing this now until you guys give me an answer, because it's going to take me a good bit of time to do these numbers. Obviously, I've got to calculate everything after this very first competition. It's going to take some more time. So let me know what you guys think, and if you want to see the overalls or not. I've already got one for after and one for I don't care. Big fan of that, because I don't want to do it during the show. I would literally only be doing it for you guys. So Let me know. Just keep. I want to see some more opinions there and see if more people prefer during or after, or don't have a preference. Got a couple afters. Someone said my time is different than your time. Yes, I'm sure it is. How are your thoughts on the new Series 42 trucks? That's not a thing. I'm already almost done with these, so I'll just finish them up for now. Avenger got 9. Classroom Crusher got 10. Megalodon got 11. And Uproar got 12. Alright, so everybody says don't care. Or after. So guess what that means? Points are going to be done after the show. I don't have to do them during the stream. Hell yeah. Big fan of that, because I really didn't want to. Who-Man, will I be going to the World Finals in person? No. No, I will not. Alright, so we have to go to the freestyle track now, because well, do I want to do it on the freestyle track? I'm going to reload the track anyway. We're just going to reload it. No, I have to do it on the freestyle track, because if a truck rolls over in skills, I'd like the body damage to be there for freestyle, so that's that. The commentary guy. I base my name off you and I'm a commentate soon. Very cool. Very, very cool. Yes, I know, Who-Man. I will not be there in person. That is very... Oh, wow, that's funny. My name is on the back. Oh, man, it changed the time of day and everything. I set it all up before. Gonna be a pain. All right. Stop. I had this all set, and it didn't continue that way. And play. Great. Great, great, great. That's a big oof. I love that. That's hilarious. No, I will not be at the World Finals in person. I wanted to, but let's be honest, I don't think it's going to be worth going. I also have work that weekend. The D-backs are in town. So, that is unfortunately the way it's got to be. So, we are going to get going here with skills. This competition is always a fun one. And guess what? All of you in the comments are going to get to participate in the scoring of this competition. So, our first truck out will be the Lucas Stabilizer. And you guys need to be paying close attention. They're going to get 2 hits. We're not doing any donuts. Donuts are stupid. This is a 2-wheel skills competition, for heaven's sakes. Stabilizer will be your first truck. So what I'm going to do is write in the comments when scoring is open, and then I'm going to write in the comments when scoring is closed. Actually, no, I'm going to write in the comments when scoring is closed, not when it's open. When scoring is closed, I'll write it in the comments, so you don't have to deal with the delay and you're not sending scores after I want them to be closed. So, yes, pay close attention. The scores are all up to you. It's not going to be exactly the average of your scores, but if I'm seeing a bunch of 8s, 8.5s, so I'm going to give something in the middle. I'm going to try and do a mental average comparing what I would have given it and what I think it should get. So, here we go with our first skills competitor of the season. This is the Lucas Stabilizer, and needs a lot of points right now. Only got 1 in racing. A very bad start to the day. Lining up for a slap wheelie here. We'll see if she could pull it off. Pretty good bounce. All right. Ooh, couldn't quite hold it, though. That didn't go quite as planned for the Stabilizer, so that's 1 move already in the books. She's going to need a real big one here on move number 2. Lining up for the step-up. Going huge on the step-up. Look out! Getting in the way, and that's... Unfortunately, that is unsavable for the Stabilizer. Scoring's open. Get those scores in right now. Let me flip this puppy over. Oh, we just ripped off a part of the truck. Alright, get that Stabilizer back on its all 4s. Let's see those scores on in there. So Stabilizer's going to have a bit of a roughed up truck going in a freestyle. That was not the best of runs, let's be honest. Could have been a lot better. Your next competitor, I'll get it out from now, will be the CRC Beam Monsters truck. A lot of scores. We got a 7 out of Who Man. We got a 4.56, 8.7, 6.75. You guys are all over the place with these scores. I don't blame you, because pretty rough go of it here. Gonna see if any more scores tally in here. Got a lot of scores all over the place. You guys have been really not loving this run. So I just closed the scores. Based on these numbers, we're going to have to give it a 6.75. Pretty rough. A lot of low sixes out here for the Lucas Stabilizer. Not very good. Certainly left a lot on the table. And that is going to bring out your next competitor, the Beam Monsters truck. Now, not much to go based off of with this truck. Obviously, truck doesn't exist in real life, so we're just kind of going off of what I want to do with it. Going for move number 1. It is a stoppie. Pretty solid. That is the first move for the Beam Monsters truck. He's going to have one left. Let's see what he decides to do for move number 2. Lining up for that big step-up ramp. Maybe he's going for the same thing Cynthia Gautier did. Maybe he's going to try and do it better. All right, going head first to the step-up ramp. Oh my, didn't really get that much slap wheel. That height on it was good, but I don't know, got the little slap wheelie at the end. That was a pretty good run from the Beam Monster truck. Scoring's open. Let's see those scores in there at Who's Ready for Monster Jam's comment section.com. Trucks in one piece. I mean, that was pretty good. That was definitely pretty good. I liked it. Got our scores coming in already. Good for you guys, getting them in. That's the way to do it. Our next competitor will be Vendetta, after his rough performance in skills, or racing. This is skills. The show would be long. Oh. 51 trucks. Gonna close. Let's see. Well, yeah, all right. I get it. Yes, let's see what I will do. I've got to leave it some sort of commentating, okay? We got to make it as if I'm commentating something I'm not really doing, okay? Let's be real. All right. Scores are closed. Got a lot of scores in there. A lot of 7s, couple 8s. With these scores that I see, we are going to give it... I am going to give it, based off of your numbers, an 8.05. Did I just see Isn't Wildflower in Beam? I think so. I don't know if I've ever ran that truck before. So that'll bring up Mike Christensen's Vendetta. He's already backed in a stabilizer. You're done! So Vendetta, usually a pretty good slap wheelier. Let's see if he can nail it better than Cynthia Gautier did. Good bounce, good slap wheelie. That's how you do it. That is how you do it. Thankfully, there's nobody parked there. Didn't have to worry about running into anyone. Going for move number 2. Maybe another slap wheelie here. Watch the landing. You got it in. There you go. Whoa, boy! Heads up! Oh my, that lost control really fast. And Vendetta ended on his lid. Scoring is open. Let's see those scores in there. Oh no, don't flip it over. I thought I flipped it over again. Man, this truck is really fragile. It breaks really easily, but I love the way it looks when it breaks. Such a pretty truck. Alright, that's the end of the run for Vendetta. Let's see those scores. .3 at a Gravediggers. That's a pretty high one. Pretty high one. Pretty high. I'm not getting the next truck out. I don't know what I'm doing. Ooh, the next truck is Gravedigger. That's a doozy. It is, in fact, a doozy. Why is it spawning in, like, the worst possible position? Like, seriously, it really couldn't be any worse. Alright. Scoring is closed. Pretty good numbers there. Got a 9.3, 8.2. I mean, we're looking in the 8s here right now with some of these numbers. And it's going to end up getting an 8.35 for Vendetta, which is your new leader in this competition. 2 slap wheelies got it done for Vendetta. The rollover must have helped him. So now is Gravedigger's chance at some redemption here. Because if you remember, Gravedigger coming out early right now because he finished in a very low spot in the racing competition. And it is time for him to come out here and do some 2-wheel action. Let's see what I will do. As if I don't already know what I'm planning on in my head. Lining up for a bicycle. Let's see if I can do this well. I'm not very good at bicycles, but got it on the sidewalls, trying to control it. Gravedigger getting a little out of control here. Oh my! Trying to keep it on all fours. That extra bit of gas flipped him back over. What a stellar move out of Gravedigger. We are in skills right now, Romeo. This is skills. So you are judging in the comments. Again, I want to see those scores at the end of the run. Got a little bit of a rough bounce there. Oh my, couldn't get it in reverse. Oh, tough break. Gravedigger got stuck in neutral. That's why you got to start it in main one, you goober. Scores are open. Get those scores in. Comment down below your score for Gravedigger on a scale of 1 to 10, and I will be taking those scores, putting them together. Tough showing, though, out of Gravedigger. Not going to lie, I expected a little bit more so far out of Gravedigger. -7. Whew. I think Gravedigger really messed up that second move. That cost him pretty heavily. He could have done a lot better and had a lot higher of a score. But we'll see. We'll see what you guys think. Thankfully, my fans are not very biased, so big fan of that. Big fan of you guys. Big fan of my fans. A lot of scores coming in for the Gravedigger truck. A lot of scores. Didn't even get a second move. I did do a second move. Who-Man gave it that 8.1. I see you. I see you again. I'm not just going 100% based off your numbers. I am incorporating a little bit of what I thought. Not entirely, though. Scores are closed. A lot of 9s. Alright, so with every score considered, and the move that he did, we're going to go with a 9.12 for Gravedigger. I do think that was deserved. The first move was really good, but it leaves an option for more. We will see. Drop Dead, you made this map? Oh, that is... Dude, this thing is stunning. Absolutely stunning. Okie dokie. Next up, Monster Energy. One of my favorite trucks, and Damon Bradshaw never did 2-wheel. So, I don't know what to do. But I'm going to kind of go off of what I think Damon Bradshaw would have done. Going for a reverse popper. Oh my! Oh my! Oh boy! Hold it together! Wow, that was a really good first move. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't expect that very much out of Damon Bradshaw, but surprised me. Surprised me. Alright, let's see it. Move number 2 for Monster Energy. Oh! Man, the slap wheelie was not nearly as long as I would have liked it to be, but solid run. I think that's going to be pretty close. Get those scores in. Comment down below the score you would give Monster Energy, and let's see what you guys get them. Next truck's going to be the Texas Stomper. So let me get him out and ready to go. We aren't biased. Gravedigger only does one good move. 10. Hey, you know, everyone's got their own opinions. Oh man, you'll be fine. Hey, I love all the scores. Y'all are giving a lot of scores here. This is awesome. You guys are doing a really, really good job. I'm happy. I'm so thrilled to see all of you participating. Track Motorsports, Jackson, Derek, Gravediggers, Who-Man, Jay and Josh, Life Changer, Monster Jam, Jesse, Crazy Fist, Romeo, and Jay and Josh again. Closed. So, got a lot of 8s. A lot of 8.6s. I'm going to go with an 8.79 based on those scores. And Monster Energy takes second place here in this competition. It's going to be 102 in Massachusetts. Guess what, buddy? It was 117 here in Arizona yesterday. We're just getting warmed up. Alright, here's the Texas Stomper. Another one of those trucks you really don't know how it's going to handle. Trying to stop it. Oh no! Over goes the Texas Stomper. Yikes. Scoring's open. That's too bad. Oh no! Don't grab that part. That's the I'm gonna crash your game part. Alright. That wasn't great. Not great out of the Texas Stomper. Alright, that'll do it for him. Let's get spots set up. Still in bottom. Texas Stomper's, Stabilizer is in last place right now. So she's currently been in last in every competition, which is not a good strategy there if she wants to win. Just saying. Got those scores coming in. A lot of low numbers. Monster Jam Skelly with a -46. What am I supposed to do about this? Does anyone know how to get out of this kind of situation? Okay. You guys with the 10s are hilarious. Will you commentate the World Finals? Of course I will. Come on! Of course I am. I have to. How did I do racing? I went to the racing track and I did just timed racing. Shift C. No, that gives me a free cam. That doesn't make me move. How Cynthia feels right now. Woo! Yes, that is why I made that one of the emojis. Jump to the bullpen. I mean, I can. I'm in the bullpen, by the way. F7. Oh, what? Shift C and F7 where I want to go. You're getting modded. You're getting modded. Life changer. Yeah. Life changer just got modded, bro. You're modded, dude. This dude just changed everything. I didn't know you could do that. I didn't even give scores. I'm so sorry. 2 for the Texas Stomper. Didn't even really matter. Yeah, you're modded, bud. Dude, that was lit. I didn't know you could do that. Did I do this already? No, I didn't. Okay. All right, Shaker. Let's see it. W life changer. You're modded, bro. You're a goat. Life changer is literally the life changer. He's done that to me before too. All right, here comes Shaker. Oh yeah, vertical. Heck yeah. Woohoo! That was clean. Out of Shaker. I gave you too much power. I'll take that away as fast as I gave it to you, buddy. Be careful. I'm trusting you with being a mod. Oh, watch out for the wall. Oh, that was not good. Not a good spot to do that. Score's open. Mods, I think mods can just mute people. I don't think they can do very much. Fairly certain that if you make someone a mod, it does, yeah, review and remove messages and then hide or put users in timeout. That is it. So, I have faith that Life Changer can handle that. Don't take your powers too seriously. We don't really need to be muting anybody, but congratulations. You're now one of the mods on the channel. Get that puppy flipped over. Shaker gonna head back to his parking spot. First move was good, second move left a lot to be desired. Oh boy, left a little too much room there. That's okay. Shaker, you're done. Time me out. Not really. When's the next commentary? Maybe next week. Maybe next week. He hit the wall and could have killed someone. I'm a gracious God, so I will do the right thing. W Life Changer. That's funny. Alright. I'm going to close the scores already. I'll use the split body if Shaker makes it to the World Finals, okay? This is a 4-stop season. We're going to be basic for the regular season, okay? Scores are closed. Okay. Based on these scores, I'm going to go with a 6.75. Oh, nope. Stabilizer already got that. So, 6.7. Shaker going to place below Stabilizer.
Unfortunately.
Gotta be better than that, buddy. Gotta be better than that. I didn't even take him an next truck. What am I doing? Sparkle Smash is ready to go. There's the big unicorn. I gotta happen again. Good thing. Good thing for the mod Life Changer. That's so nice. So nice. Like that is literally life changing. Alright. Come on, Sparkle Smash. Let's see what you could do. Monster Jam Skelly wants me to read his last thing. You can trust me, winks. Yeah, okay. Sure, Monster Jam Skelly. Sure, I can. Alright, Sparkly Smash. Ready to go? Oh boy! Typical Caleb 1 fashion. Okay. What do you say? We leave her on. We leave her on. This isn't Monster Jam. Come on, let's have a little fun. Let's have a little fun, guys. I'm gonna leave her. We're gonna let her stay rolling. Let her keep rolling. If you guys want to adjust your scores based off of that, go ahead. But I'm gonna let her keep going. Well, their second move was kind of bad anyway, so there's that. Alright, scoring's open. Broke something in the front end there. That's not great. Everyone's saying alright. Hey, this is a video game, guys. Let me have some fun. Come on. It's a video game. Let me enjoy it a little bit. I mean, please. She broke the rules. Oh, that's really funny. Alright. Sparkle Smash. Now we've got Avenger. Give Sparkle Smash the guillotine, bro. Damn. Oh, goated. Absolutely goated every single time. Alright, we're gonna close it here. Close. Pretty average set of scores there. Ooh, El Braxtino, you just missed it. You just missed it. Let's say 7.45 for Sparkle Smash. 7.45, pretty fair. Puts her in 5th right now. So your next truck will be the Avenger. Save the dumpsters. Alright, Jimmy, let's see what you got. A lot of people have done the Sky Wheelie. That's usually Jim Kohler's thing, so gonna have to change things up a little bit here. Alright, Jim, let's see what you got. Alright, okay, bicycle there. Move 1 in the books. Lining up for the log over here for move number 2. Alright, nice. Oh, walking it all the way down. Oh, careful, Jimmy. Oh, nice. Yeah, Jim Kohler. Avenger with a save. Opening scores. Let's see him. That was a pretty good run. I think it's going to keep him competitive. I think everyone wants to see Avenger get into the World Finals so we could see the World Finals bodies, obviously. All hair lifesaver. Oh, all hair lifesaver and save the dumpsters. That's funny. I see, Skelly. I'm not very fond on making people mods. I don't really do that very often. It was a very special occasion that we get the Life Changer modded up there. So, the Classroom Crusher is going to be coming out next. A lot of scores. Oh my goodness, a lot of 10s. A lot of 10s. Life Changer, we're a 6.5? We might have to change that mod status. No, I can't. After what you did for me? After this? I mean, that's the greatest thing ever. Alright. We are going to close. Very good for you, Track Motorsports. Very cool. It's hard for me to keep up with every comment. You guys are sending a lot of stuff. I'm trying to keep show flow up here, guys. In the Series 42, there's a truck called Very, Very Nice. Alright, so, scores are locked. We've got a couple 10s. I gotta say, this is close. It's between Gravedigger and Avenger, and a lot of people gave it lower than Avenger, or than Gravedigger. We're gonna have to go with a 9.06. We are. 9.06. Second place for Avenger. Gravedigger got a 9.12, but Avenger really, really competitive. Alright? Very competitive. Score to beat is a 9.12. Classroom Crusher going to try and come out here and top it. Let's see if he can. Oh, yeah. Keeping that thing under control. Alright. You know what? That was a pretty solid first move out of the Classroom Crusher. He's got one more. Gonna head over to the backflip for the classic Classroom Crusher tombstone maneuver. I've never done this before, so here goes nothing. Oh! Ooh! Alright, I think I did pretty well. Scoring's open. I mean, I kind of lost control pretty quickly. Alright. Well, that's the end of the run for the Classroom Crusher. Do a flip! So score to beat 9.12. Let's see the scores for Classroom Crusher. I don't think that was good enough. I think that was, you know, it was okay. We'll see what you guys think. What's our next truck? Megalodon? Yes. Getting those scores in there, all right. Pretty good numbers all around. You guys are very all... Why are you over here, sir? Sir, the track's that way. What are you doing? What are you doing, dude? Alright. Scores are locked. Looking at all your scores here, got a lot of scores all across the board. Alright, we're going to go with an 8.74. That places him in 4th place right now. Classroom Crusher is going to be 4th, right behind Monster Energy. Gravedigger still in 1st with 2 trucks to go as Megalodon comes out next. Let's see what Megalodon will do. Alright. Alright, that's one move for Megalodon. Could have been a little bit better. Bicycles are not my forte, admittedly, but we'll work on it throughout the season. We'll work on it. Thankfully, everyone's got a pretty fair chance. Let's see what he does for move number 2, stopping. Walked it up the step-up ramp. All right, getting it down. Nope, nothing else. All right. Pretty good run out of the Megalodon, I gotta say. Let's get those scores in. Second to last competitor score to beat, still a 9.12 from Gravedigger. Megalodon's score going to be pretty important here because he's high up in the overall point standings right now. Everyone's chasing that series championship at the end of the season. Why did I just change trucks that way? I don't know. Doesn't really matter. We'll spawn it by the stabilizer. And it'll be Uproar. That's coming out last. So we'll see how he handles it. Uproar, not the greatest of two-wheel drivers. So we'll see what he does. Let the big shark eat. Woof, woof. That's fun. Got a chuckle out of me there, who man? Ah, it's this truck that's lagging everything. That's really funny. Okay. Bro, it's Kevin Crocker. Not Todd. I don't think it really... it doesn't... I was more going for a Todd LeDuc, Justin Sipesy kind of thing there. So... Alright, scores are closed. Megalodon looks way better on a CRC than a CRD. I don't know if I agree with that, to be honest. Nines? Wow. Nines, high sevens, eights. You guys are all over the place. So with that, we're going to go with an 8.44. That puts him in 5th. If I could spell Megalodon, it would be wonderful. Okay, 8.44 puts him in 5th place. So still, with one truck to go, your leader is Gravedigger. So after a poor racing performance, he came out and did very good. Apparently this truck doesn't like to stay on. So that's annoying. Little frame rate dip here. No big deal. I've got a supercomputer. Not worried about it. Alright, Uproar, let's see what you got. Your racing winner going on in skills, two-wheel skills. That is move number 1. Gonna need to have a really solid second move here, though, Mr. Uproar, John Zimmer. And the truck stalled again. You're kidding me. This frame rate's really screwing me up. Oh, man, the frame rate drops are killing me. Well, that's the end of the run. Get those scores in for Uproar. Definitely not the best of performances. So I think that's going to lead to a Gravedigger victory. We'll find out, obviously, later. And this truck's annoying me. Just park, bro. We're going to use this truck first in freestyle because I just want to get it off the track. Just joined the stream. Welcome, Wilmer. We are in the two-wheel skills portion of today's event. You guys are the judges. We're currently scoring the Uproar run right now. Put it in reverse, Terry! My mom is friends with one of Justin Sipes' cousins? That's lit. W. Justin Sipes. So, we've got one competition left. It will be freestyle, and a very important freestyle competition because we've had a bit of a fluctuation in the points. Gravedigger is going to be towards the top. Avenger with a lot of points. Again, we're not going to be naming the overall event champion in this event. We'll name the overall event champion in the next event when we do the other Stadium Championship Series 2. That'll be coming up whenever. There's going to be no schedule for these shows, by the way. I'm just going to kind of do them whenever I'm free. So, when you see it, hooray. That's really the way we're going to be rolling here. Closed. All right. Bit of a low set of scoring here. We're going to end up settling with a 6.6 for Uproar, which is going to put him pretty low down there. Puts him actually in 11th. So he lost all the points he gained in racing by only getting 2 here in two-wheel. He's going to need a pretty good freestyle, but good for him because he is starting us off in freestyle. Now, freestyle is going to go the same way as it always does. I've got a 2-minute timer. I'm going to be running that, following that, and then once the time is up, I will let you guys know and tell you scoring is open. You give me your scores, same way we just did in two-wheel, and we will go throughout the rest of the competition. Maybe because the metallic paint job Uproar makes frame dropped? Probably. Probably. I don't know. Yeah, and I agree, Jackson. Just like I said, Gravedigger did pretty crappy in racing, but can still go out there and win the next 2. So, all right, I guess we're ready to roll. Let's get on into the freestyle competition. This is a beautiful truck. I don't have my stopwatch out. Lord knows this truck is going to stall on me a million times before I get it to. Alright, it's freestyle time. This track's pretty fun. I'm excited to see how Uproar handles it and how everyone handles it today. What in the world? Apparently oh, great heavens. Oh, great heavens. Oh, apparently circle is my camera change button, so that's fun. We don't need to be that zoomed out. Alright, let's get her going. Start off freestyle so I can get this frame droppy truck off the track. Underway. It's probably going to slow it down a little bit too with the frames dropping. It's not going to be exactly 2 minutes of driving, but I'll do what I can. You guys are just going to have to bear with the... Oh, the truck stalled. What in the world? Why did the truck stall? This truck was made very poorly. It's so pretty, too. Like, I hate the fact that it's doing that. Oh boy, Uproar. Trying to stay on all fours. Again, you do have to complete the 30 seconds to get a score for me. We're going to keep that rule because why change it? Oh my, hard hit there. Oh no, I can't see. The camera changed on me. Oh boy. Oh my! Uproar's flipping over. I can't really tell what's going on, but he's saved it, so that's good. About halfway through the run right now, this low frame rate freestyle is gonna have to do. I'm gonna try and use the other Uproar in the next show, see if that'll change it up a little bit. As pretty as this one is, there is another truck, so... Having a decent run, not many wow moments to this point, but Uproar gonna try and do what he can. He needs to get some points back after losing a lot in skills. About 10 seconds left, so let's see how he finishes off this run. Time is up. This is... Oh my! This is the end of the run, and he is flipping it over. Very nice. Alright, get those scores in. I can just take it away from here. It doesn't matter. I don't want to have this truck on the track anymore. It's bothering me. Okay. So let's see those scores for the Uproar truck. Just say the Uproar broke and can't compete. Absolute cinema. That's funny. I don't know what truck to drive next. So we're going to get out and go and find it. You know what? Let's do the Beam Monsters truck, shall we? He's going to be up next. Go Mets. Heck yeah. Big fan. Where... How would you know that I'm a Mets fan on that? I don't know, but let's go Mets. Sweet. Scoring's closed. Alright. Flippery Doodle. John Sr. Cooking. You guys gave him some pretty high scores. So, all things considered, we're going to go with an 8.55. You guys gave Uproar a pretty good number. I gotta say, I'm kind of surprised with some of the numbers you guys gave there. Alright, coming out next, Beam Monsters. Let's see what this truck brings to the table. He is off. 2 minutes are underway. And look, it's not lagging. Hooray! One of the main reasons why I love driving on controllers is that I could change the way it looks. I could change that camera angle so you can see whatever. Kind of adds a cinematic feel. This track's a good one for freestyle. A lot of opportunities, a lot of moves to make. So we'll see how these drivers handle it. 45 seconds in for the Beam Monsters truck. Oh boy, sending him a little sideways there. Lost the tailgate. Throwing in a little stoppy, hold it together. Thought we lost it for a moment. 1 minute and 12 into the run. Oh boy! And the truck stalled. Alright, get it back going. That's not, we're not gonna stop. Alright, we're gonna stop the clock. I was gonna say, we're not gonna stop the clock, but I guess I will. So we're stopped at 1 minute 22. Looks like we're good to go now. We're running again. Heading down to the backflip. This could be our first backflip of the season. He's got it. Broke the 4-link bar, but we don't shut off for 4-link bars around here. This is Monster Jam. Beam Monster Jam. Oh boy, that's going to be some trouble though. Oh dear. Oh yeah. No, that's enough. He stops with 1 minute 48 total. So you had 12 seconds left on the clock. Let's see those scores. Get them in there in the comments. This truck's going to need a bit of a heavy carry-off here. Let's see it. I want to see what you guys said. Get a sip of water first. Morgan and Morgan backflip. What's good? The click. How you doing? Who man changed? Who man was like 2. 8.2. That's good. All right. We're seeing some solid numbers here. You guys seem to like the Beam Monsters truck a little bit more. Leave the trucks out there if they crash. I agree. I will do that, Jackson. Some spots, though, I didn't really want to leave them right next to the backflip. Wasn't really the best of spots, but I am going to leave some of them out there. Too much time left on the clock. He only left 12 seconds. All right, scores are locked in. Let's get a score here. Pretty consistent numbers all across the board. We're going to go with an 8.8 on the dot, which will be your new leader here in Freestyle. Beam Monsters making up for what has not been the worst of days, but he has not done very well. He was in the middle of the pack of two-wheel skills. He needs to be towards the top in Freestyle. Again, the top 6 drivers on this series at the end of the day will go to the World Finals, and then the bottom 4 will be taken off the series. So they've got to make sure that they place at least in the top 10. It's very important that you do that. So let's get out and let's find our next truck, shall we? What do you guys think it's going to be? I already know what it's going to be. You could probably guess what it's going to be. We're walking over. It's time for the Texas Stomper. Woo! Here we go with the Texas Stomper. Get the truck turned on. This truck does not like to just start, so Texas Stomper's next. All right. Here he goes, the Texas Stomper. Off and running. Time has started. This is a bit of a wild card of a truck that doesn't, I don't think, really exists in real life, and if it does, well, we're happy to have you. But I didn't want it to be totally realistic. I wanted to add the video game effect. That's why we're doing this. This is a video game, and that's the whole point of it, to have the ability to enjoy monster trucks in a realistic way in a virtual format. That's what we're here for. Texas Stomper struggling to find some rhythm at this point. 45 seconds in. Every point matters, and the Texas Stomper doesn't want to be one of those 4 drivers that is kicked off the stadiums at the end of the year. And obviously you don't want to be in the bottom 2. The bottom 2 trucks are going to be totally taken out of competition and sent into the abyss. The 9th and 10th place finishers will just be sent down to the arenas. Oh my! Careful, Texas. 40 seconds on the clock left. Having a tough time maneuvering out here. Let's see if he can finish strong. Oh boy, that sent him a little bit past vertical. Oh, he is done. That is the end of his run. Another driver. He left exactly 13 seconds on the clock, so not quite the way he wanted to go out. Leaving those body parts all out there. Let's see those scores. Comment them down below. Texas Stomper. Let's see what you guys thought of the run from your 3rd competitor out here. Gasp. Literally 1984. Really? I didn't know that. I didn't ban you. That's funny. Oh, look. We've got our first random monster truck driver who decided to join the chat. Dennis Anderson, everybody. Dennis Anderson in the chat. The most definitely very real Dennis Anderson is here. Oh, that'll never cease to make me laugh. I love it. Thank you for all the scores, everybody. That is it for the Texas Stomper. We are going with an 8 flat. So that puts him in 3rd place right now, which is pretty good, but unfortunately that is still last. So next up will be the Lucas Stabilizer. We're going to get Cynthia's truck out there. Now, Stabilizer needs to have a really, really good freestyle right now, because things have not gone her way. Definitely the real Dennis. Definitely the real Dennis. Alright, Lucas Stabilizer, ready to go. See if she can actually pull off a slat wheelie here. Not very well. There's a little double slat wheelie, that's fun. Stabilizer going to be a real competitor in some of these freestyle competitions. Obviously, going to need to have a big one here today. Body's already fallen apart a little bit from flipping over in the skills competition. Huge air, my goodness. That's some big time hang time from the Stabilizer. Getting the biggest air we have seen tonight, without a doubt. She is flying around this track. Certainly handling it very well. Still 40 seconds to go. Looks like it's time for a backflip. Runs over the hood of the Stabilizer, but didn't quite line up right, so gonna have to reset. Oh my, another one that twists off to the side. Seems to be okay, but it did break. It looks like it broke the front tie rod, so that front tie rod is cooked right now. 15 seconds left, and she's going to have to make something happen. That front tie rod's causing all kinds of trouble right now. 5 seconds to go. Holding it together, but that tie rod's going to slow her down. That is the end of time. Get those scores in for the Lucas Stabilizer. Pretty good, but the broken tie rod cost her some really crucial time at the end of that run there. Gonna have some work to do in the off week until she comes back. So let's find out the number for the Stabilizer. Did she really win freestyle at this show? That's funny. Very funny. Wouldn't think you would ever say cooked. Why not? I'm all in the lingo, bro. Almost dropped my controller. Don't want to do that. Wow, some surprisingly low scores considering the in my eyes, pretty quality run. Next up's going to be Vendetta. All right. Scores are locked. Tristan's in the show? Is it actually? No, it is not. It is not actually Tristan England. Tristan England has been here before. But that is not. That is so funny. Monster Talk? Oh, yeah, that is that looks like the Monster Talk. Yeah, it is. Hell yeah. What's going on, Jackson? Welcome from down under. Good to see ya. The GOAT. We have Tristan England and Dennis in the chat. Hell yeah. All right. So, Scores for Cynthia Gauthier, a little bit lower than I thought they were going to be, so it's going to end up being an 8.79, which is going to be second place right now. Beam Monsters holding the top spot. Kind of surprised. Kind of surprised. All right. So we're going to get ready for Vendetta's freestyle run now. Let's see what Mike Christensen's truck brings us in the very first freestyle in Who's Ready for Monster Jam BeamNG series history. There you go. He is off. Heading down to do a slap wheelie, it looks like. Wasted a lot of time doing that, though. Better make sure you nail it, Mikey. Didn't quite nail it. Oh, boy! Oh, boy! Save it! Mike Christensen! Oh, no! Getting close to the wall, but he pushes it away on the sidewalls! Oh, my goodness! The truck's still... Oh, it's still got a chance! Still has a chance! On the sidewall still! Unbelievable save! How did he keep that thing going? That was ridiculous. Realistically, probably wouldn't have been possible, but this is a video game, folks, and I could save anything. And Mike Christensen's coming out here going for the gold in Anaheim, California. Oh, no, not again! Ooh, he's on the dumpsters, but we don't care about that. He's still fine. Let her rip, baby. He's got 50 seconds left. Truck parts are all over the place. Alright, Vendetta backflip. Holy cow. That was good. He's still got plenty of time left. Oh! Totally sideways off the car stack! And I didn't even touch anything and it's back on all fours. So Vendetta's going huge here today. Still has 15 seconds left. I mean, this is great. Mike Christensen's having a doozy today. 8 seconds left. Oh, no. That wasn't very good. And again! Yeah, no. We're going to cut it there. That's the end of the time anyway. Full 2 minutes for Vendetta. And if there's any truck that we should leave in a heap on the track, it's this one. I mean, that thing was toasted. Let's see the scores. That was one of the best runs I've had. Who donated? Critical Creeper just gave $5. Thank you. You're incredible. You're awesome. Said, been watching you for a while. Here's a donation. You'll be featured in my next video. Love what you do. You are absolutely awesome. Thank you so much for the 5. That's incredible. That's incredible. Thank you. W's in the chat for Critical Creeper. Huge W's. What do you mean I'm going to be featured in your next video? You do videos? Hell yeah. Sure. That's very cool. Thank you. Thank you very much. Drive into Classroom Crusher. Everyone's loving the saves. All right. Who let him cook is right. We're going to close the scores right there. We've got plenty of scores in there. Mike, when are we getting a World Finals prediction vid? Probably the week of the World Finals. Don't worry. Got plenty of stuff ready to go for you guys. High scores across the board. We're going to go with a 9.8 for Vendetta. That is insane. But that was a really, really good run, and you guys have spoken by giving him a 9.8. He is your new leader. And that is pretty impressive out of Vendetta. Who's going to be next out here? Hello, Megalodon. Shaker. Going to be your next competitor. Critical Creeper gave 10? Bro! Alright, bro. You're modded. Yeah, that's, like, damn. You're modded, bro. like, what? He gave me $15. You're a king. You are literally a king for that. W Creeper, bro. Let's see W Creepers in the chat. Please. Spam him. Spam him. That's elite. This guy's incredible. I gotta check out your stuff. I've seen your videos pop up on the channel. Let's first off, you're getting subscribed to for that.
The other day, I made a post that upset some of my subscribers and was disappointed.
Damn, this dude's got a whole ton of videos. Wow, I gotta check out your stuff, son. This dude's out here putting out content. Check him out. Critical Creeper, he's donated $15. Dude's a legend. Absolute legend. Creeper, oh man, absolutely lit. All right. Well, that's very. Thank you, Critical. I didn't know that you were have been a member that long. Very nice. They are harsh. Don't watch them on stream. Copy that. Copy that. I will keep that in mind. We're going to keep on going here with Freestyle. It's going to be the Saigon Shaker's turn. I just realized that when I'm looking down at my phone, it's just my bald head that you guys are looking at. Alright, keeping it going. This has been a great first event here for this series. I'm very, very glad to have all of you here. We're going to be doing, again, there are 4 series. 2 stadium series, 2 arena series that we're going to be doing right here on the channel. And I'm so excited to be doing them. Shaker's going to be next up here in Freestyle. Let's see what he's got. Oh my! Huge jump to start off. Might have broken something in the rear end there. Vendetta's in the way. We don't care about that. Maybe we do. Yeah. Wacky start to the run for Shaker. Okay. That was interesting. We're 20 seconds in already. He's a little timid about trying to hit Vendetta. I don't blame him. Huge air. Watch out for that landing. Oh boy. Trying to save it. He's got to do a tough save here. He pulls it out. Very nice. Shaker with some great work. Oh boy, another weird hit. That is just, oh my. Chiropractor on standby. 1 minute left. Got pinned in the corner there, and I'm putting it in reverse, and it didn't go, so there's that. Oh, he's gonna jump Vendetta! He's jumped Vendetta! What a move out of the Shaker! Gonna head down to the backflip ramp with 30 seconds to go. Let's see the backflip. Got a Shaker. Almost looked like he wanted to do a moonwalk, but didn't. He's trying to put up a good number. Vendetta's number is going to be tough to beat here. But we'll see if Shaker can do it. After the wild start to the run, he's got 10 seconds left. Huge air, and that is going to be his last move. Trying to make it on all 4s. Oh, he does! He pulls it out! And that is the end of the run for Shaker. Let's see those scores. He's stuck. So, I guess that means we're leaving him there. Very, very nice. Did he give... No, I thought he gave another 10. Another 10. All right, let's see the scores in there for Shaker. Pretty good run, I might say. Not many trucks left. pretty good numbers all across the board here. Scores are closed. Pretty good numbers, I gotta say. All these numbers taken into consideration, we're going with a 9.37 for Shaker. That is a pretty good number, I gotta say. That's going to help him a lot. He's trying to have a pretty good night. He didn't finish very high in skills, so needs to make up for it here in this competition. He was good in racing. So a lot of people have the possibility to win it right now, win that overall. I think I just changed my... Did I just... What just happened? What happened to the chat? Okay. Well, that's interesting. What happened? Why did my chat disappear? We're gonna restart my app. Hold on. My chat went away. I don't know if it went away for you guys too. If it did, well, I apologize. No, it's still there. Okay, whatever. You forgot to score. That's okay, Who-Man. That's all right. I am going to do a World Finals prediction. It's going to come in about a week or so. It's going to come right before the World Finals. I'm just taking a little bit of a break from content creation because I plan on giving you guys a whole host of stuff throughout the summer. I'm very, very excited for this summer. I'm going to be doing so many videos for you guys. So many. You guys are going to be sick and tired of me by the end of the summer. So, I hope you're ready. Between these shows and then commentaries and other videos, you're going to hate me. And that's okay. Alright, huge air from Sparkle Smash. Her run is going as we resume Freestyle here in Anaheim. Oh my, there goes the Texas Stompers. The whole body. That's killing someone in the bullpen. Oh my goodness. Oh no, oh no. Careful, Sparkle Smash. That's not the way to do it. Some of these body parts are getting in the way and causing some chaos out here. She lost her hair in the skills competition, so we've just got the full body, no hood. One minute in. Ooh, watch out for the dumpster. Shaker getting in the way a little bit. All these things scattered about the track are kind of causing problems. Has not yet done a backflip. 18 seconds left. Gonna head over and do one now. Alright, backflip completed. Maybe time for one more move. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right over Vendetta to end the time, and that is it for Sparkle Smash. Gonna leave her over here, because why not? Pretty good run. Let's see those scores. Let's get those scores locked in. We're more than halfway done here, guys. We gotta get some good numbers. Baldkle Smash? That's funny. That is very funny. The Fanta Smash. What? All right. Got a lot of members in the chat. W members. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Excited for the Robins Stadium debut in Syracuse. So am I. Casual Kayla Blood score. I agree. Do you believe Jamie is driving the regular? And a copy. Oh, yes, I did see that album. That's very funny. Is this realistic? Not as realistic as he would have it. For those of you also who enjoy Beam Monster Jam content, check out the Beam Monster Jam channel. I'm an announcer on that channel. We've got our first show of the year, first Point Series show of the year, coming up very soon. I finished the recording of that. It should be up very soon. Yes, Who Man, I know, but there's an inside joke there with me and album. You just have to, just got to be in the know, I guess. All right, so we didn't get many scores there, guys. I want to see some higher participation on the next few, okay? Not a great run overall with these scores. Gonna get an 8.66. 8.66 it is. Your current leader still Vendetta with that 9.8. Probably going to stay there till the end of the day. All right, Avengers coming out next. Whoops. All right, Avengers off and cooking. Let's see what Avenger can do here in Anaheim. It's always a bit of a tough truck to freestyle in. I feel like it doesn't have quite the turning radius as some of the others, but that's okay. He's picked up the Texas Stomper's hood. The transmission on these trucks is also kind of rough. All right, we're gonna pause the clock here, and we're gonna do a hood removal. Because that's getting in the way. And I don't want it to be in the way. Alright. Let's go back and keep going. That hood was actually slowing the truck down, so I didn't want to do that. Trying to keep it fair for everybody out here, and Avenger don't want to slow him down because he ran into some silly little hood. Amy Hood? That's a throwback. For those of you who know that, that's classic. 1 minute into the freestyle for Avenger. Still has not picked it up quite yet. I'd like to see some more out of the Avenger truck. Huge air that time. That's the Avenger I was looking for throughout most of this freestyle run. And even more big air. So we're throwing in the air a little bit. Going for the backflip now. Jim Kohler, a backflip to moonwalk. Very exciting. 15 seconds left. Trying to get some points here after a very solid performance today. Avenger trying to make something happen. He's got 3 seconds left. It'll be one move. And that is it for Avenger. Gonna do a donut. That's just for you guys. Scores are in. Let's see some scores for Avenger. He wanted to walk out of here. Nah. That truck's gonna have to drive. Come on now. Let's see those scores for Avenger. All right. Very, very solid run. Getting worn out over here. This is a lot of work. My commentary's got you through the season. Thank you. Thank you. All right. We have 4 trucks left in freestyle. That's right. Just 4. Hey, Jim only does 8-pack. Guess what, buddy? This is a video game. This is not totally realistic. And also, to be totally honest with you, I'm not very good at 8-packs in this game. So, there's that. So, my bad. All right. With that, we're going to close them. Scores are closed. Look at this view. That's so pretty. That should be the thumbnail. Megalodon. All right, scores are locked. Let's take a look at what you guys gave it. Pretty solid numbers. All right. He's going to get Avenger, 9.11. That's third place for the Avenger truck tonight. After a very solid day, Avenger placed in second in two-wheel skills and fourth in racing. Avenger's making a real bid to be your overall event champion today if these next couple trucks can kind of help him out there. So we are ready for our 9th competitor. This is Megalodon, the big shark. Let's see it. We are ready and we are off. Here comes Megalodon. Ready to freestyle. Plot twist on all of you. It's Ashley Sanford. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, I'll do you one better. It's Angelina Knock. Oh dear. Megalodon 30 seconds in, still some time to go. Did I just break a 4-link bar? Yes. What the heck? Well, that's going to be a problem. Let's see how we maneuver that the rest of this run. Wow, that's proving quite problematic. Not going to stop me. Okay, well, that was a freak break right there. Oh, dear. Alright. I got a save out of that. Sure. Just trying to make something happen. I mean, we're scrambling, making some cool moves. Tearing it up. He's tearing it up, that's for sure. Alright. Oh, no. Well, I thought for a second we had ourselves a pretty cool moment. But with leaving 40 seconds on the clock, scoring's open. Comment your scores below. Or else. Not the greatest. Definitely not the greatest. Oof for Todd. Hey, Amari's here. How we doing? Shut the truck off. Hey. Todd did his very, very best. 0 disqualified. I didn't know that you were live. That's okay. Guess what? We're going to be live a lot throughout the summer. Turn on those notifications. Just saying. Give it a Todd the Duke score. And what would that be? We don't shut off trucks and games. It's not real life Monster Jam. Hey-o! Critical Creeper coming in with the facts. Absolute facts. All right, close them damn scores. Closed. Let's see. Got an 8.3, 4.8. You guys are all over the place with this run. And so am I. 7.27, which is actually last right now. The previous lowest score was an 8. So, Megalodon, fallen bound. How the mighty have fallen. Mighty have fallen. Where's Tristan? Get Tristan in here. Tristan has a life, a child, a wife, and a job. So, you know, there's that. Oh, man, I got to sort through all these damn trucks. There. Okay. That brings up the Classroom Crusher. I'm excited for this run. Very, very excited for this run. First ever freestyle in the Classroom Crusher truck. I'm ready to go big. I know Classroom Crushers. Camden Murphy is ready to go big. That's the wall. Here we go. Send it! He is off. Oh boy, look out. Classroom Crusher coming out 10th. He's definitely a candidate to win this series. You don't really get much for winning the series, but I am going to value those champions pretty heavily. Nice air at a Classroom Crusher. Oh boy! Hold it together. Got a lucky rebound there. That could have been really, really bad. Oh no, that's not good. Ooh, trying to save it. Oh boy, Classroom Crusher's in trouble! Maybe not! He's got to save! His textures are stretching. That's weird. Oh no, what is going on in this run? This truck is having a very strange freestyle right now. I'll admit it. Nice slat wheelie. Watch out for the shaker. At a minute in, crashes into shaker. This is very discombobulated. That's a perfect backflip to moonwalk, though, that's for sure. Oh my! Hard hit, nose picking it, front flipping it. I don't know if this body can break, but it sure as heck is going through the ringer right now. I'm intrigued to see what you guys give this, because this is the definition of a very, like, unrealistic beam freestyle. Oh yeah, screw it, call it. I'm done. I've had enough. I don't think that body's breakable either. Time is up. He left about 35 on the clock. Let's see what you guys thought. Comment those scores below. That's the end of the run there for the Classroom Crusher. Left a little to be desired. I mean, I really don't know what to feel about that freestyle. But that's why I'm leaving it up to you guys. All right. Bring his wife and child. That's funny. All right, you guys were loving that run. Got some solid scores. Random Avenger fan said 9.999. I don't care, man. That's funny. Very, very funny. All right. Scores are coming in. I'll give it 3, 2, 1. Closed. All right. Pretty good scores all across the board. Again, these scores matter. This is not just one event. This is stop 1 of a 4-stop stadium series. So every single score matters very, very much. And because it's a kind of quick series, you don't have much time. You got to start strong. So Camden Murphy really needing a big start. He finished 4th in 2-wheel skills. So see what he can do. Pretty solid numbers. Pretty solid numbers. With all the solid numbers, 9.20. 9.2. That's it. Classroom Crusher will take 3rd with a 9.2 behind Shaker, and then Vendetta still in 1st with 2 trucks left. So Vendetta's going to be sitting pretty right now. So now with Monster Energy ready to go, how Cynthia feels right now. Ooh. Cynthia's not in last though. She's 5th to last. So not terrible. Now, what we will be doing in the next show will be reverse order of how you placed, just like Monster Jam. I mean, of course, we can't do it any other way. So here's Damon Bradshaw, one of my favorite drivers of all time in Monster Energy. He is going. His freestyle is underway. Love this truck. Loved watching Damon Bradshaw drive it. Such a strategic driver. One of the best to ever do it. Oh, what in the world? It just teleported my camera. 1 minute in. He's got 1 minute left. That was a hard hit on the front right. Might have broken the shocks up there. We'll see. Nice air out of Monster Energy. Oh boy, careful now. Careful now. Put in a kind of a bad spot. Just going to turn around and decide to backflip, which I don't blame him. Damon was not much of a backflipper, but in modern day, he's got to figure it out. Pretty good run, but he does not have the wow moment for it. Oh boy, watch out for the wall. That is not savable, unfortunately, for Monster Energy. He leaves 15 seconds on the clock. Too bad. I thought he had a little bit more in the tank there. We'll see what you guys thought. Let me know in the comments. Comment that score. You've only got 2 trucks to score. Only 2. Air Force after burning the place down. Ah! He hit the dumpster. Shut him off. Thank you, Critical. Again, though. It's a video game. But he was flipped over. Ooh, man. Put him in the electric chair for hitting the wall. That's funny. That is very, very funny. All right. So... 3, 2, 1. Closed. I think I realized that what I'll do is I'll just tally up the scores once the show is over. I could do it on stream if I have the time. I don't need to wait. And then this way you can know the scores so that those of you who care about the points can be here and see. So scores are locked in. Not the greatest of runs there, unfortunately. We are going to have to give him a pretty low number of an 8.05. Which is actually third to last right now. Too bad. I thought he was going to do better. The Monster Energy losing some critical points in this competition. And that'll bring up the black and green wrecking machine. Which means we gotta gong him. Bong! Bless you! It is time for Gravedigger. Are you ready? Send it! Right into Vendetta! Oh dear! Holy cow. Well, that was one way to start off. That was like Pablo Huffaker back in the day. Gravedigger's not had the greatest day, so he needs a pretty good freestyle right now. He did win 2-wheel skills, though. But a pretty rough racing performance. It did hurt him a little bit. He needs a pretty big day. It's going to be tough to win freestyle. Vendetta has a 9.8, but Gravedigger coming out last is going to try and do it. Getting caught up on the dumpsters there. That's not ideal. 43 seconds have come and gone. Oh my, the dumpster's getting in the way again, but pretty easy rebound. Going for an early backflip, 1 minute in. Perfect for a moonwalk, that was great. Oh my, in a bit of a bad spot here. Gonna have to maneuver out of it. Reverse it, Terry! Put it in reverse! He's got a moonwalk going! Heck yeah! Alright, well, that was pretty good. He managed to get something cool out of that. Huge air into the center of the track. Looking out for Megalodon, crashing into Megalodon, trying to save it. Oh my! He's pirouetting! This is going to be tough to save for Tyler Menninga right now. Oh my, but Gravedigger pulling it out of a hat. That is time. Score that how you like. But that is it. End scene. That was awesome. You know, pulling that out was pretty darn cool, and that is a nice Carnage way to end off this night of a very, very fun, very first show. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Let's see those scores. People are going ballistic in the comment section for what was an insane save. Utterly insane. Somebody gave it a 20.39. That ain't even possible. Man, you gotta remember the Vendetta run, though. He had the 3 saves. Do you think this was really better? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Your normal save from Tyler Menega in 2024. Facts. It's going to be the Gravedigger effect. I know. That was a very good run. Very, very good. But the ending was the cherry on top. So was it good enough for him to win it? I don't know. You're going to have to find, as someone said, give him the damn 200. Oh man, Vendetta better win. You know what? It ain't up to me entirely. And I don't really remember the runs. To be totally honest with you, I really don't remember the runs. All right, we're closing it. Oh my gosh, another 5? Creeper, are you kidding me? Creeper, you've got to be kidding me. Creeper, you are the GOAT. Thank you. That is a whole ass $20 from Creeper today. You are a legend for that. Thank you, man. Thank you. Like, genuinely, W's. W's. There's a reason why I made you a mod. You deserve it. You've earned it. You're incredible. Thank you very, very much. That is awesome for you and from me. I can't even speak. You've taken my brain and disconnected it. Thank you. That was awesome. So, scores are locked. We got to get the scores in. The score to beat is a 9.8 from Vendetta. And the score for Gravedigger is a 9.77. Not enough, which means that Vendetta is your dang winner here in the very first freestyle show. Heck yeah. Let's get on top of the truck for a darn Vendetta moment. Hold on, let me figure this out here. It's a little muddy on the track. We're just trying to make it work. And we're going to have to settle for this. There's Vendetta. Just get in the truck, bro. Vendetta, freestyle winner. Encore? Fine. Sure. I don't know what in the world I'm going to do for an encore, but we're going to whip out 32 degrees and we're going to do an encore because, you know what, maybe we'll, you know what, if you guys get loud enough, we're going to do an encore. This truck is lagging. You got to be kidding. Here we go. Encore. This truck's gonna run till it can't run anymore, boys. Oh, we're still in first. Gets wild. Here we go. Oh, I did it! I did it! Oh, we did an 8-pack! Hell yeah! Woo-hoo-hoo! Worth it. Worth it. There's your encore, everybody. 32 degrees. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Very fun show. If you want to stick around and see who won the overall event championship, please do. I'm going to tally up those scores now, and we will get to know who won everything. You're going to have to stare at me not saying anything for a few moments, but you can discuss amongst yourselves. All right. So our 3 winners, Uproar, Gravedigger, and Vendetta. Solid first event here in Anaheim. First of 4. Very, very solid. Am I running over something? No. I have to pee very badly. That's okay. All right. So, we're going to use my math skills here. Uproar, we'll be adding... nope, we already have that. So, Gravedigger adding 12. I already screwed it up. Avengers 11. Monster Energy's 10. Classroom Crushers 9. Okay. Megalodon is 8. Okay. Vendetta's 7. Vendetta
Might be in a good spot to win the overall.
Wait, hold on. What was that? Yeah, no, he's not. 7. Beam Monsters 6. Sparkle Smash 5. Stabilizer 4. Shaker 3. Uproar 2. And Texas Stomper 1. Texas Stomper entering Freestyle with 7. So entering Freestyle, Avenger was leading the overall with 20 points. Classroom Crusher and Megalodon both had 9. And in last was Stabilizer with 4. Okay. Freestyle time. Vendetta with the win adds 12. Very nice for him. Gravedigger with 11. Okay. Shaker with 10. Classroom Crusher with 9. Wow. Avenger with 8.
Oh boy. Things are getting interesting out here.
Beam Monsters with 7. Nope. Stabilizer with 6. Stabilizer ended the day with 10. Sparkle Smash with 5. Okay day. Uproar with 4. Not a great day, even after winning racing. Monster Energy with 3. That's very not good. Texas Stomper with 2, who is now in last on the tour with 9. And Megalodon in last with 1.
Ouch.
All right. So, that being said, got a very, very interesting overall standings right now. So as I said, entering the freestyle competition, we had Avenger in first with 20, Classroom Crusher had 19, and Megalodon had 19. So at the end of freestyle, your overall Critical Creeper again? Bro, $2? Come on, bro. This is crazy. This is crazy. You're incredible. Like, you're actually incredible. Thank you. Thank you. Cynthia with an oof. W Creeper, man. You're incredible. Like, thank you very much. It means so much to me. You really have no idea. That is awesome. So, with 28 points, there is a two-way tie atop the overall points standings with Classroom Crusher and Avenger. But because Classroom Crusher got the higher of the freestyle scores, it unfortunately means, for Avenger's sake, that Classroom Crusher is your overall event champion today. Very, very nice. Very solid performance from him. Gravedigger got third with 27, 1 point off. Vendetta with 22, Megalodon with 20, Shaker with 20, Sparkle Smash with 18, Monster Energy with 18, Uproar with 18, Beam Monsters with 15, Stabilizer 10, Texas Stomper 9. So, as I mentioned, the bottom two of the Stadium Tours will be eliminated entirely from points competition at the end of the season. That would right now be Stabilizer and Texas Stomper. And then it would also mean that one of Sparkle Smash, Monster Energy, and Uproar would be sent down to the arenas along with the Beam Monsters truck. So we've got 3 more stops to go on this series. Things are very, very interesting right now, and I'm really intrigued to see how this series goes. That is the end of one stop. A cheer off? No, bro. No. Very, very good event. Very solid. I hope you all enjoyed it. Let's come back and just give you my face. Hope you all enjoyed it. W Kamikaze, by the way. Thank you so much. That was a lot of fun. It really was. I'm very excited to be doing more of these. It wasn't super long either. It was maybe a little over 2 hours. So overall, the stream was awesome. You guys were so great to have all of you here. Again, we've got one more Stadium series to get through before we get to the 2 Arena series. So make sure you're tuning in for that. Turn on those notifications if you want to know when we're doing the next one, because it is not going to be on any schedule. It's just going to be, oh, I'm free. Let's do one of these. There will probably be one during the week. Next week, that'll be the Stadium series, so look out for that. I can't wait to see you all there. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.